Hey guys, I've combined 5 different projects into one video in order to show the versatility and variety of ideas and creations that can be made from scrap material. The first project I'm showing you is the fabric yo-yo button bracelet. Personally, I'm not too keen on the buttons, but by changing or switching up the colour and sizes of them, it can create a whole new look. For this project, you'll need of course some scrap fabric. I'm using the sleeve off an old shirt. You'll need a needle and thread, preferably the same colour as your material. A marker, pencil or chalk, scissors, something circular to draw around, a variety of buttons and some scrap threads, both of which I'm also recycling and reusing. The first step is to draw around your circular item. You can also use a compass to create your circles. I've made my circles 3 inches in diameter, but you can add or take to create larger or smaller yo-yos. You then want to cut your circles out. I made 6, but again you can add or take depending on your wrist size or the size of your yo-yos. You then want to take your embroidery floss and cut 3 pieces out about 10 cm long and tie an overhand knot at one end. Pop it into your clipboard and braid about 6 or 7 cm and tie an overhand knot at the end to secure it in place. Pop it to one side as we'll be using this later. You then want to take your needle and thread and the circle you cut out and create a running stitch all the way around. If your fabric frays like mine does, you can fold over the edge as you go. The closer the stitches are, the more ruffled your yo-yo will be, and vice versa. When you've done, you want to pull the thread really tight so the yo-yo is scrunched up, and then flatten it out like so. When you're happy, sew a few stitches within the ruffles to secure it in place. Then add a button and sew it onto your yo-yo. Be sure to only sew through the stitches and not right through the other side of your yo-yo. When you're done, you should have one yo-yo that looks like this. You then want to repeat that with the rest of your yo-yos. Now to sew the yo-yos together, take two and place one on top of the other, right sides facing in. Take an edge and sew. Be sure to only sew about 2 centimeters and not too much. When you've done, open them both out and you should have what looks like this. Repeat this with the rest of the yo-yos, adding them onto the end of your last. When you're done, take your braid you created earlier and fold it in half. Be sure it's big enough for a button to pass through. Then you want to sew both edges of the braid onto one end of the yo-yo so you have a loop like so. Then pass the button of the first yo-yo through and there you have it! Project 1 complete.